Welcome everyone. Today we'll learn Cusinart wide bread. This is the easiest way to make bread. I'm using Cusinart bread making machine. I used to make breads using convection oven and typical ovens, but in COVID it was like you don't want to get bread from outside and you want to make bread every day and that too fresh. So we got the bread maker and I'm finding it really handy, useful. It's a tabletop machine. So let me give you a very quick review of what it looks like. So it has programs and all the programs are really easy. You have a white bread, you have a wheat bread, you have a French bread options, you have ultra fast options. So if you are using anything the type of yeast like instant yeast, you can use the ultra fast option. You can make artisan dough, you can make just dough, and you can also make jam. So I think I am going to make at least 100 plus recipes using this bread maker. And starting today, we are starting just with bread, basic bread. So you can also make cake and you can just bake it. If you just want to bake something, you can always use that option as well. Now there is a display which shows you everything with what is happening in the bread maker. You can also, it is very compact, you can keep it on a tabletop, or it requires very small space, and even you can put it back to cupboard once you are done with your bread making. There are some more features that we will talk about. First one is you can delay your bread making. So if I want to set the program and put the ingredients into at night, and in the morning I'll get the fresh bread. So that is a good option. Now it comes with the recipe book and everything. So I'm going to just open it and see how it works. This is the first encounter with the bread making machine. I have not used bread making machine before. So there is with this bread making machine you will get a little bit of instruction. It comes with the instruction. You need to remove everything which is before cooking, right? So always ensure that you remove all the plastics, all the the cardboards or whatever they have additional in the machine. It looks like a machine which is really compact, at the same time little complex, but it is not at all complex. It comes with really nice packaging and provides really good information to head start on this machine. Very easy. It's compact and full size, so I think you can make at least 2 lb of bread, which we get in market easily. So that is like full size bread you can make. There are so many options, and I have already taken the machine out. Now you see the program menu. There is a display, and this display is really helpful when you are making machine. So you can always watch. There is this a mixture kind of thing, so that you can make a dough. So that is at the bottom. It has a rotate function, and also it has a coil which is like to bake the bread. So this is doing it can make a dough for you. Like if you want to just make a pizza dough, you can make. So you don't need a dough maker. And it can make a bread, and you can watch it thoroughly. Now it also has another display. This is like a display of program mode, which mode is going on and what is happening. This bread pan, actually it's like you just need to wiggle a little bit and it comes out easily, and it fits into that rotate function at the bottom, so that it can make your dough and also cook the bread for you. So I'm just wiggling it, so just be careful initially. You need to put it horizontally. You can always see this, right? You need to have a handle horizontally, but it like you wiggle it and it gets fixed into pan. Now it's horizontal, it's fixed, and now let's see what else we can do. So there is this is a paddle. So this paddle helps with the dough making and mixing. So you just need to have the bigger round at the bottom and fixed easily. So you can keep this paddle inside while cooking as well, or sometimes you want to take it out after dough is made. Now in the program menu you can set the program, so you see all the programs at top. They have given 9 different programs. First is white bread, and then you have a sweet bread option, artisan dough. You have a packed mix, so sometimes you get in supermarket packed mix and you can use that. I think I'll be able to make, just like I said, 100 plus recipes using this, because I'm too much into bread making, and I like to make breads, all kind of breads, like French, Italian, and there are different varieties that we kind of invented on our own. It looks really slick. Now whenever you cook bread, ensure that you put something beneath this machine, because at the bottom you need to keep a really good mat, because whenever it makes dough or it kind of mix anything, it moves from its place. So because our countertops are super glossy, and the polish, so it kind of moves, so you need to have some surface. This machine has a really nice recipe book, and if you are into bread making and you want to make bread, just by the instruction, I should say, if you are very new to bread making and if you don't want to experiment, just refer this book, and it's really helpful and very handy. So in this they have around 46 recipes, and I'm using the first recipe here. What you need to make a bread: just take a water. Now I'm giving you a simple proportion of bread making, so you can take like 1:3, so 1 part of water, 3 part of flour. So I have added 250 ml of water, and I'm going to add 750 grams of flour, white flour, so Maida, or you can say it like all-purpose flour. I'm going to use for this bread. So I have added now water into goes like 2 tablespoons, or maybe of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of salt, and butter. I have added 30 grams or 50 grams depending on your choice. Now I am adding all-purpose flour. I have taken 3 scoops, so 1 scoop is like 250 grams. The proportion of water and proportion of flour is really important thing. If you mess it up, you don't get that particular sponginess. It would be like a little chewy. So you want perfect bread, right? And you don't want to just get a bread which kind of looks nice but doesn't taste nice. So you need to be always be mindful of water and flour proportion. Now I have added all the ingredients, and now I'm settling the bread maker pan into machine. You just put it inside, wiggle it little bit to settle it down. Now initially it would be little difficult, but then you will learn. Okay? You just need to wiggle and set it up. It's very easy actually, but I'm recording at the same time. That's why I kind of, sometimes you are just nervous, right? So it's, you need to ensure that it settles and with the bottom pan easily. Now I'm adding into it 4 or 3 tablespoons of milk powder. You can add more as well depending on your taste. So I'm adding a little bit of milk powder. I should say not more than 100 grams. Now I'm adding traditional yeast. I don't like to use instant yeast. You can use it, but I like to use traditional yeast. So I have added traditional granule. It has large granules. One trick, like whenever you make bread, add all the watery component first and then add any flour or any solid component, so it creates really neat dough. Now all is set in the machine. Let's start the bread making process. So now let's start the bread making. Now you have this display pan, so you would be able to see what all is happening. So now select the program. I have selected the program. It's the first program. You can see the number 1 at the top. It's program 1, which is a white bread. Program 2, you can change the program for the French bread, wheat bread, or any other program. So there are in all 12 programs in this machine. You can just click on that program button and program changes. And you can use plus and minus as well, just to move further. Now second option is the crust. So how much you want to bake your bread. You do want a bread a really brown brown crust or a hard crust, then use this option which is like a full crust thing. You have 3 options. You can make a white crust, like just a basic white layer outside, or a brownish layer outside, that is a medium crust, and dark brown layer outside, that is a dark crust. We generally get bread outside, like it's mostly a medium crust or a hard crust. White crust or the lightly crust breads are more into Italian and French bread making, but the normal bread we get is always a hard crust. Now along with this, you can select the size of the bread. So if I want to make changing the program, but at the same time I'm just showing that every bread requires different timing. So whenever you change it will do all the AI thing. Like you don't need to think, whenever we are using this conventional oven, it's always like we want to use this setting and this much of heat is required. This machine decides, so it's like more of AI they have inbuilt in these programs. And when you press on a button which is for size constantly, it creates it start on the light inside, so you can watch the bread making process. And this is really good actually, because that helps you to monitor what is happening, right? So now I have started the bread making, and the program 1, the size is 1.5 lb, and it's kneading, so you can see what is actually happening. Even you have information on timing in this recipe book, so if you don't know, you can always refer the recipe book. Not a worry. Right now it's 1.5 lb. It's going to take 3.5 hours almost, and it's kneading right now. The best part of this light option is, like, you can see what it is doing. So it's like a mixture, dough maker, and baking. Everything this simple machine does so brilliantly, very easily, and makes your life easy. And another thing is, like, whenever you have tabletop machine, you are going to use it more. So now kneading is done, and you can see the rice. So it's going to set for a while, and the flour, the dough will rise, and it's gonna rise 3-4 times. So now it's knead 2, so it needs 2 times. First it's like knead 1, and then set it for a while, and then it kneads again. So now you can see it's kneading again. It's a fun watching, if you have all the time in this world, you can definitely put your time for 3 hours. I'm just making the video, so I'm coming back as and when it's changes its program and recording it. So it's 2 hours 45 minutes, and it's now kneading second time. You can open it in between, it's fine. Just don't put your hand inside the dough maker or bread maker, otherwise it will burn or cut down, because it's kneading, right? So you can hurt yourself. Okay. So now let's see how the bread looks after baking. It looks yum. 3.5 hours. You just need to wiggle it to unlock it, because there is this locking mechanism. Unlock the bread pan, and I'm taking it out. You need to be careful, because if you are using that handle, I didn't find that easy first time. It requires a little bit of practice, maybe. It's a wiggle, or maybe I'm too gentle with the new machine. But the bread is done, and it smells awesome, it tastes awesome, and there is no mess. It's like very neat, clean. You're done with the bread. You can wash this and this pan only, and you are done. So the kneading paddle, I did not take it out. You can take it out if you want. It's really hot, so be careful. This is a perfect crust which I wanted. So the paddle is there. You can remove it if you want to after second kneading, or it's okay. You need a bread cutter. Actually, the knife should be bread cutter. I don't have that, so I'm using just a normal knife. I'm trying to cut it. It's really hot, so I need to get something to hold on to that. Always have your baking accessories around you, so that it's easy if you need to use it. And our delicious bread is ready. So very simple, very easy, and I would say quick as well, because if you are cooking at home, you are doing a lot of things all together. It's not taking that much time actually or electricity, but it's like letting it to rise within the machine, so it is taking longer time. Now I see it's spongy. It has perfect texture inside and outside. Like the crust is perfect. I selected hard crust. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.